Welcome, Instagram and Facebook family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Business Strategies and Tips with Lady L. I hope you brought someone with you because we are going to launch into a very exciting topic. It's a very widespread topic in this day and time. We are going to talk about marketing. There are principles of the marketing strategy, and we're going to discuss the core 7 areas of the principles of marketing. And when you look at them, it's like, well, it kind of makes sense. But when you're focusing in on a marketing strategy, these are very key components that you must address. There's really no option to it. And once you sit down, again, this is all a part of your preparation. This month of April has been about preparing your business. And wherever you are in your business, if you're brand spanking new, don't know what to do, if you've been operating for a while, especially some businesses have opened up big time during the pandemic season, these past 2 years, if you've been well seasoned a little bit, this will be a great refresher and a check and balance point as to where you may need to go to take your business to the next dimension. The 7 areas that make up a marketing strategy are your product. Of course, what is it? Define your product? It might be a service, but define it, clarify it, make sure that you are plain and clear in what you provide. Now, there may be adjacent services, but you really want to make sure that you always know what your core product or service is. And does it solve a problem or fulfill a need? If it doesn't solve a problem, if it doesn't fulfill a need, it will not be successful. It must solve a problem, it must fulfill a need. You have to be able to bring to your customers, clients, a reason for why they need to acquire your products and services, especially if you're in a common industry that they can go anywhere to get it. But you want to make sure that your product is defined, that it's clear, it's concise, and that you are clearly defining what problem you are solving and what need you are filling. Price. Count the cost to get your business out there and be willing to pay for it. If you don't have the personal expertise, and especially if you don't have the time, it's a write off in your business expenses, because once you've set yourself up as a legitimate business, you can go to my YouTube channel, Lady Verne, Ladyverne, and go back to those videos that make sure that you're properly setting up your business, that you are counting the cost of what it's going to be. You've taken all this time to write the vision. You made it plain. You've put together your structure, your entity. You've done all of this beautiful legwork, but you don't want to go cheap on the marketing. Pay people for their expertise. That's why they took the time to learn the expertise that they learned. A workman is worthy of his hire. And when you bless people for their services to help you build up your business, especially when you've taken the time to look for high quality service in the marketing industry, pay for it. It's okay. God will make a way. Promotion. How are you going to tell people about what you do and the services you provide? I mean, at the end of the day, get some information out there. Use social media to your advantage. It's out there plenteously. And I'm still not even on all the things that I'm taking it step by step myself, because I want to get totally out there. I want to get totally immersed in how to get my business out there to the public. Now, there is still a way and a means that you don't need social media to get your business out there, but you need to make sure that you're looking at it strategically of how to go about the boots on the ground, or however you're looking to use a funnel or anything that you want to use to get your business out there. Make sure that you're strategic. Make sure that you are getting the right information to get your business out there to the right demographic that you want to reach. Place, location, location, location is still critical, especially if you are what we call a brick and mortar business. In other words, people come to your store, you're putting a key into the lock of your business every morning and every evening that you're open, whatever days of the week that you're open. You need to make sure that you have a place that is in the right location for the industry that you are servicing. The worst thing you can do is be in an area with your business that nobody can get to, that nobody, it's in the middle of nowhere. Not cool. Packaging. Oh, this is so critical. I personally love an eye-catching packaging. Some people just buy what the box or buy the outer appearance, not even realizing what product may be inside. But if you take the time to package your product to where it's eye catching, it's alluring, it draws me in, then it will get me to the place where, well, if they're going to take this much time and effort to do the package, I wonder what the product is going to be. Maybe they've taken that much effort and more to put it in their actual product. When the packaging and the product match in that high quality standard, you will have no problem with sales in whatever that merchandise is. Even if you're packaging services, make it eye catching. If you're using a website, and you're offering services, make it catchy, make it simple, make it clean, not a whole lot of fanfare going on. And I have to admit, I love fanfare, I love colors, but I've had to learn to kind of hone in on some things. Now there's some other businesses that I'm looking to open that, yes, I'm going to use the color, it's going to pop, but it's because that's the industry that I'm choosing to put that product in, that the colors and the popping and all of that will draw the people in. That is so important. Positioning is the foundation for everything you do in marketing. Effectively done, positioning quickly tells the recipient of your marketing message why they should care about your services, your product, your solution, your technology, your company, whatever you have to offer. Effective positioning ensures that marketing messages help you clearly stand out, that you resonate with target consumers and compel them to take action. You always want to position your product or services that compels people to take action. Nothing happens until you sell something. Quote by Mary Kay Ash of Mary Kay Cosmetics. People, who is your audience? On social media, everybody's your audience. Everybody needs what you have to offer, whether it's a product or a service, because you are solving, especially if you have chosen to solve a common problem, and you can solve that common problem in a unique way. The three basic principles in the field of marketing. These are guides in creating effective marketing strategies and campaigns. Creative awareness. You want to bring an awareness to the overall public, especially if you have the potential of operating globally. You want to bring an awareness, especially if you have a cause, you have a, not tapping back into the tax exempt sector, but if you have a cause that you need to make people aware of, you have to be creative. And again, that eye-catching creativity to bring that awareness, to pique that curiosity, to want to know, well, what is this that I need to be aware of? Drive conversations or conversions that will get people talking, that will get people chattering about what you are offering. and focus on retention. And to me, that goes back to good customer service. Watch my video on this week about good customer service on my YouTube channel, Lady Vern. That is so critically important. In the flow of business, these facts must be considered. You want to focus on retention. It's one thing to acquire your customers and clients, but how do you retain them? How do you satisfy their need and solve their problem where they will tell someone else about it, that they will post on their social media outlets about what you do and what you offer? Now, these are things that need to be considered as well. The key word I want you to focus on is the word change. If you are in business, you must, it's not an option, you must be willing to change. Things are moving at lightning speed, especially with technology. You cannot have the attitude, well, this is the way we've always done it. Well, my business is third and fourth generation. This is the way we've always done it. Keep the uniqueness of that, but be flexible to reach all demographics with what you have to offer. Customers differ. So to know your exact demographic, how you want to reach them, and at what stage of your business you want to reach them in. Because people change. They change like the wind. So you need to make sure that you are clear and concise on the exact demographic that you want your business or organization to reach, and make sure that you're following the trend of how customers change and differ over time. Knowing your core audience and how they ebb and flow is crucial to the success of your business, but nothing will ever beat out good customer service. Have a business standard that you do not move from that will beat out even your greatest competitor. And I must go into this story. You don't have to like businesses, you don't have to like companies, but you have to respect their marketing strategies. You have to respect how they reach their customers and retain their customers. Chick-fil-A, they have a standard. They're not open on Sunday. If you want Chick-fil-A on Sunday, double up on it a Saturday before they close or whatever, because they respect their employees to give them the rest they need. They have good benefits. They have good customer service training. And they're making more money than all the other conglomerates that you know of that is open 7 days a week. Pause and think on that. Selah. Let's define good customer service, because everybody has their thought process on what good customer service is, but I'm hoping that this definition will wrap it all up, and God put this in my spirit. The adaptability, keyword adaptability, to provide the level of service to an individual that will cause them to not only come back, but bring others with them. They don't work, a customer does not work for you. You work for the customer. The customer is your bread and butter. Without customers, you have no business. Without satisfied customers, you're not going to have a good business. I don't care if you're a chain or a franchise. They have franchises now. They don't do like back in the day where you couldn't put the similar restaurant or similar business within a certain number of feet of each other. Now, if you got the money, you can put your business anywhere. People will go down the street or around the corner or the other side of town to get the exact same thing you serve, but because they serve it better, because they have good customer service, they'll take the drive. My pastor says that the word of God is worth the drive and the train ride. Honey, some good food and good customer service. I've seen places where the food wasn't all that great, but because it was good customer service, the people kept coming back. I said, well, Lord, bless them with somebody who know how to either prepare the food better or whatever. Because after a while, it's like, okay, I've gone to some places where the food was amazing, but I will not go back because I did not like how I was treated in customer service. I still tipped because I understand it's their business, but if the food is good, and I'm even being taught by my mentors now, tip the chef, tip the cook. Nobody does that. So if you've gone somewhere and it's a good meal, ask to speak to the chef or the cook and acknowledge them and congratulate them for a meal that you've enjoyed and tip them. Tip the waitress as well. I mean, we have to grow in certain levels of those things, but I'm telling you, I am learning from my mentors that the word of God is exactly right. They're just a confirmation of it. When you give abundantly, you reap abundantly. When you sow sparingly, you reap sparingly. But good customer service is the way to go. I'm going to repeat that definition. It's your ability to adapt to the trends and the differentiations of customers and their needs and their solving their problems and provide the level of service to an individual or group that will cause them to not only come back but bring others with them. All competitors react. Just make sure you are responding to the factual data that moves your business forward. Our medias have its share of propaganda. Don't be moved by your emotions in your business. Be moved by factual data. Look at your factual data from your demographics of what your business or organization is doing and make sure that you be the trendsetter. Don't be the competitor follower. Oh, well, they doing that over there. Let me try to do something similar. You see that in especially in the food industry. But top it off and do one better that's unique and different from what they're doing. You be the trendsetter for in your business and in your industry. Resources, supply and demand, they ebb and flow as well. It moves with the economy. Make sure that your products and services, make sure that your business can ebb and flow with resources. We're having some challenges in our country, especially, but around the world globally, with things that have happened through the pandemic and not being able to get certain things on our shelves. And that's a whole nother conversation that one of my sounding boards. But make sure that you have the resources that your business needs to continue as the economy, as things ebb and flow, so that you can continue to supply your businesses and be able to market that you are uniquely providing those products and services. The 4 C's of marketing: consumer wants and needs. Anticipate them. Be in touch with the needs of your industry's demographical needs. Cost to satisfy. What price are you willing to pay to be able to charge the price you want to charge? Selah on that. Meditate on that. What price are you willing to pay to be able to charge the price you want to charge? Why do you think it costs what it costs to buy a BMW, a Lexus, a Bentley? They put in the price to make these vehicles so that you are willing, that whatever they're willing to charge, you're willing to pay it. Convenience to buy. Again, with supply and demand being as it is, but how convenient are you making your products and services so that your good customers can purchase? Communication. Are you connecting to your ideal audience? First of all, define who is your ideal audience, who is your ideal customer, who is your ideal client. Are you connecting to them? Goes back to, are you meeting a need? Are you solving a problem? And examine that feedback analysis frequently. so that you're, especially, there's some things you need to do monthly, but definitely things you need to do quarterly. You don't want to wait until the end of the year and say, why is my business in this direction? What happened? When did it happen? You don't want to have to go back a whole year to figure it out. You want to know by the week, by the month, by the quarter, where you are in your business so that you can take the time to regroup, restructure, just maybe even do just a couple of tweaks and adjustments, and that can turn the whole trajectory of your business around. The 4 C's for marketing communication: clarity. Be clear, concise, and give specific data. Don't give people a whole lot of information that they need to try to digest on your marketing. Make sure that it's clear, concise, date, time, place, price, whatever you're looking to, whatever services. Get those core services out there so that they know right off the bat at first glance, this is what this company does. This is what this organization does. Credibility. I can't say this enough. Please be honest. Please be transparent. Please be genuine. Under promise and over deliver, as my mentors say. Don't lie to people. Please don't. If this is what you do, be the best at it. If this is the services you provide, give it your all and give it your best. Be honest and transparent and genuine in your marketing. Because I know back in the day, it used to be against the law to misrepresent what you do. Don't know if it's being, processed today, but you used to could get sued for that. Okay, so under promise, over deliver. Be consistent. You must keep the information flowing constantly. Thank God for social media. I wish 25, 30 years ago when I started out in business that we had social media. Oh my God, we had email. You had to hand type that stuff or hand write those stuff. Your flyers and palm cards and all that kind of stuff. That's still fine. And a lot of people still use those things in business. Find out what your niche is in marketing and work your niche. Competitiveness. What makes you different from all the rest, no matter the industry? What makes you unique? What makes you different from all the other companies or organizations that do a similar service that you provide? With that being said, that's our business strategies and tips with Lady L for today. If you've missed this and you're replaying, thank you for your support. Please go to my YouTube channel, Lady Vern, LadyVerne. Like, subscribe, get notifications, use the website to help you to structure. And if there's any personal consultation or unique situation that you have with your company, by all means, successbeyondstrategies.com. Put your information in there and we will follow up with you to make sure that you are operating a successful business entity. With that being said, have a great and wonderful Wellness Wealthy Wednesday. Bye bye for now.